it. So we're going to record. Hi, all. Welcome. Let's get in to do some Nana Nibblers together. See if we can't play around in Illustrator, have some fun. Yeah, fun. I know. Oh, look, we're doing loops for film today. I was showing, remember back in the day, Graphic Design Fundamentals? Remember that? And doing the printing? I know. You guys are like, yeah, that was fun, Mitch. No, it's all good. Where are we? Sorry, get in. Dashboard. We're in here. Yes, packaging. And we are going to grab these files, please, if you could. Nana's Donuts, woohoo. So we looked at this already. We've looked at our lectures together, thank you. And we're gonna go here. Just kind of call out for anyone who's here and also watching. I mentioned I have a video for all of us that we're gonna watch from Mara. I'll get that to you. She hasn't been online though. I've noticed, you know, I kind of see her, you know, the faces showing that they read it. She hasn't been on, so she must be smoking busy, or she's been tied up with other things. She hasn't got back. So I want to confirm, of course, that she will be with us for an hour. She can field your questions. I think I mentioned that to all of you, that I have Mara coming in. She agreed to it. She did the interview. We sat for 40 minutes and did all that. So I'm sure she's in. She's just a little busy right now, and that's okay. So I respect her time, much like I respect everyone's time. And hopefully we'll see her soon. Hopefully nothing's happened. That's my biggest fear, whenever people don't get back to me. So that being said, let's go in, create a new folder. I'm going to do this on my desktop. You guys can do this in your packaging, please. And I might just call this out as Nona Nibblers package, okay, or project, or whatever you want to call it. Right, we're going to save that. And again, just go through the process one more time, because it cannot hurt to go through it, right? And we're going to go here, and we're going to open up. I'm going to go change this to upload for fun, and I'm going to change this into supplied files. Amazing. I'm going to toss that out. Create a new folder. We're going to want to have die lines as a folder. We're going to want to have artwork as a folder. Amazing. Die lines, we know we can just grab nice and easy. SVGs, artwork, that will be our PNG that we save. So I'm hoping after we're done this assignment, and since we've done our little trucks or vehicles, we've got some practice now at this. I'm hoping, yeah? It's all good. So let's start. I gave you some files here. Now, I'm sorry, I didn't take the time to design everything. That's okay. I'll get there one year. So I've got these. Now, we've got, remember, mine is called Nana's Nibblers. My slogan is called, you ready? Donuts on a doily. The donut on a doily. Yes? So I'm doing a cake stand. Yes? And I'm going to put it on a platter. And I have it again in a rounded to match this. It's going to be a rounded structure. Now, this is my vision, of course. And I'm just going to do this quickly for everyone. I went in and showed, just surprisingly or amazingly, I did this for, yay, Aaron Droplin's coming, right? Droplin, yeah. That's amazing. Good job, by the way, all. That's fantastic. Great job. I can't wait to meet him. Well, virtually, anyway. Sorry, so what I was doing is this one I wanted to show. This is basically where I want to be. And this is kind of dimension. Yes, and notice what I did was, this is literally what I just showed you in dimension. Cool, eh? So what we can do is I'm going to take my plate, I'm going to take my stand, and I'm going to create this package. Now, of course, I did it smaller, but in essence, what I'm going to do is have this come up straight up, and then I'm just going to put a nice flat cap on it. Really chic. But it's nice. So you open it up and there's the doily, and you've also got a stand. I, of course, would put a cutaway somewhere here so you can see the stand and really get the, you know, it's kind of like going up to a window, right, to order your donut and having it right there on mini stands. Yeah, that's my dream. That's got a dream. Okay, so anyway, that's what we're doing. Okay. So if you want to hang in and create that with me, please do. You ready? Let's start. What do you want to start with? Let's start it with a new document. Always good. Okay, I'm going to create new. Let's call this out and do the stand first. What do you think? We'll call it just stand. Nana, not Nona. It's Nana's Nibblers. Stand for Nana. Okay, let's do 5 by 5, just because I like my 5 by 5 to start with. Okay, sure, bleed, whatever you like. CMYK, sure. 300 DPI, good. For raster, right? Good, so we got that. What I'd like everyone to do, we're gonna start with our base. Drag, drop, nice, okay? So there's our base. Now, as we work through and as you have done already, as mentioned in the last benchmark, I got us to remember, go get a donut, measure the donut, make sure we understand the size of the donut to create your package. That is an extremely important thing. We're gonna do the exact same process for the 12 pack to understand how big the box needs to be, right? So I'm gonna go through this process since I have you. And if we missed it on this project, we wanna make sure that we maybe adjust the sizes so that we are in line. In theory, will I know that your thing isn't to spec from Fantastic Fold and then into Dimension? Not really. I'm not gonna be able to, I don't have your I'm not asking you to send me your physical stuff. In other years I literally would make you hand it to me with a donut inside of it. I can't do that. Actually, it was a light bulb that we did before. I know you guys are like, oh, thank God we're not doing light bulbs. Hey, light bulbs are important. It's actually a great project, really, because its functionality is so, okay, moving on. To start, you ready? Let's do this. I've got a stand. I have my vision. I got it out. I'm gonna put this on cardboard or Bristol board. This is kind of my vision though on the stand that I've created, and I've drawn it out, and this is similar to what I wanna be. We know all, and do this with me, go in and let's just grab a circle. We know that our Timbits, for instance, would be 1 by 1 inch, and in this case, I'm doing a 3 by 3 inch circle. There we go. All this is our donut, right? In essence, good. Command C, Command F. We're gonna do this. Now, a donut, if you did some investigating on it, typically the hole is about 1 inch. 1/3 of the entire donut size is typically what it's made of. Hey, that is our Timbit. For anyone who didn't know, Timbits are just the little pieces that are punched out. Why throw them away? We can make donuts out of it. Thank you, Dunkin' Donuts. They were the initiators of this amazing invention. For anyone who listened to that podcast on business versus business, or business wars on Starbucks versus Dunkin' Donuts, give it a try. Anyway. And you're like, what are you talking about, Mitch? That's the QR code that I gave you. Hope maybe some of us scanned it. If you didn't, scan it and listen. It's awesome. It talks about Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks. Okay, there's our donut. We know that it's 3 inches across in 2.75 by 3.5. You have like a varying. Everyone's donut's a little differently. You guys had to decide on how big your donut was going to be, remember. I also know that my donut in a height, I'm going to hit the M key for a second, is 1 inch in height, and I'm just going to do 1 by 1. So there's our height, yeah? So I know that I'm 3, right? 2 by 3. Could have done the 3. There we go. There's our donut in essence. And if you wanted to add that to your spec guide, how cool would that be, right? Give me measurements on it. I didn't call it out, but a beautiful addition, just saying. Okay, you're like, dude, just give it up. Okay, we need to know, this is my donut height. And it needs to sit on the platter, like so. Now, this picture I gave you is way too big. I already know that, I can see that, right? So I'm gonna utilize this, I'm just gonna size it down. Of course, when I'm doing this, when you're doing yours, you're gonna do it on Bristol board. And yes, I should have done this on Bristol board, but I can do much of this, of course, in Illustrator before it's on Bristol board to draw the die line. That's really what we need to do, right? So here we go. I'm gonna go somewhere, see that? I'm just placing this up. It's all about sizing, right? This looks pretty good right here. This is 1/2. Now, I just wanted to call this out all. What I'm doing here if I were to make a stand like this, in general terms, if you go in and look at cake stand, you've probably seen something like this. You know, Happy Meals do this all, like where they take two pieces of cardboard and they just slit it and then slide it into each other. I could, in essence, do that for this. Because I want to bring it into dimension and because I want it in Fantastic Fold, I have to be creative with how I want to do this. This actually works really well. And I was able to bring this in, being a little bit, you know, with a fold. Now I then have it folded up at 180, and then I can make it like a little sturdier with an added piece of paper. And I also have glue tabs on it, and everything's all within one piece, which is kind of neat, yeah? So would I do it like this? It's an option. I'm trying to think about spacing for cutting out a specific piece. I may be using a little bit too much paper doing this, so there might be some, I'm thinking, no, there won't be waste. It'll be exactly the same. Anyway, so what I'm getting at is I'm going to do this in Fantastic Fold, so I'm going to be creative with how I do this die line, okay? Probably I would just put a slit in it and then have it sit like so, right? One piece, two piece. But because I can't, I'm going to do it this way. Same rules apply though. I would need to get this as my base. I'm happy right there with where that is, right? And I'm going to have my plate that sits underneath be a little bit bigger, right? So something like this, just to kind of illustrate it. Now I want this to sit on the doily, something like that, right? So I need my base to sit, there we go. I've got kind of visual, right? And maybe I will make this a little bit bigger. Maybe make it the exact size of my donut. That will ensure that I do have, yeah, 3 inches, something like that. Maybe we'll do 3 inches width for my stand. And that way I know that my plate will be a little bit bigger. Okay, we are golden all. I'll just leave this up here for now. Let's get going on our die line, okay? This is our die. Let's go in and create our layers, okay? So I'm gonna go in artwork. Number 1, yes, new. Cuts, new. Creases, good. All right, so we're there, right? We've got that in our artwork. Everything's on our artwork for now. Amazing. Now, let's get going. Let's get started. I'm going to go here and grab my pen tool out. Yes, or maybe we'll do it with rectangles to start. I changed this up in last class. I like the one I did before. And we can change it up slightly. I'm going to make my, my stand a little taller, okay, like that. I'm going to do Command Option drag down, duplicate, and I'm going to hold Command Option drag inward. We know all this stuff. Maybe I'll make my base a little taller. Okay, nice. So I'm really close. You can, of course, create a template and then go from there. For this, because it's so simple, I'm not going to worry about it. I have my overall dimension here already. Now I'm going to hit the P key. That'll get me into pen. I'm going to start down here, and I'm going to start drawing. Yeah, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to create a really nice, simple S-curve and do a really fancy kind of, ooh, look at that S-curve. There we go. I've got my stand. Yes, I may, again, as we're coming into this, I may go easy on myself because the cutter, we don't want to hurt the cutter here, right? By going with an angle like, these are things we consider. Like that's a really harsh cut, right? And in packaging and in vinyl cuts and so on, we want to be, you know, we don't want to hurt the poor cutter, right? We want to, it's good, but anyway, just saying. You ready? Let's go here. And I'll just overshoot it. Go here, right? We'll go there and close it off. Good. Nice. We're going to hit the V key, black arrow. Go here, properties, reflect, right? Good. Oh, shit. Probably helps to duplicate it. There we go. And then reflect. There we go. All right. Bring it over here. Have it overlap, something like so. Yeah, I guess that's chic enough. We can go like this, Command G, center it. Oh, you know what? Don't Command G it. Just Unit, Pathfinder, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. There we go. There's our base, right? Something like that, something like that, something like that. Now, if we select all 3 of those, let's center it. Bang, done. Nice. Okay, so we got something like that so far. That works, right? And maybe I'll even go a little bit fancy pants and select on these corners, round these off a little bit. Ooh, that's nice. And then maybe we'll go here and round these off together. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, there we go. Click, shift, click, click, and unite. Amazing. Ooh, look at that. Do you see faces or do you see vases? Which one do you see? I know. Okay. So we got that. That's our art. We've got it to size. 3 inches. 3 inches. Okay. So let's go in and let's do this. We need to, right? What are we doing? What are we doing? We need to create some artwork, right? And we need to know this is the trim line, okay? If we have a look at it, I'm gonna just go in and hide the fill for a sec so we can see it. So we got a cut, right? We've got a fold and a cut and a cut. So let's do this. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna create a few rectangles now, okay? So go here, Command, yeah, we'll do this. Command U, hit Command U, make sure your smart guides are on. Good, go there, yep, nice. We're gonna select that, Command Option, drag over, done, beautiful. You can select on those two, Command G to group it, select on both and align, selection. And notice it kind of did that, right? I was a little off. So it just centered those tabs. That's fine, whatever you like, they're just tabs, it's all good. Okay, now, we've got pretty much everything we need here. I am going to, do I want to toss this out yet? Ooh, look at that, I kind of, okay, we just did that, cool. So let's do this for now. I know I'm gonna have a fold, 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 right? Yes, okay. So let's do this. We're gonna select this as our main cut. That's our main die that we're gonna work from, right? I need to remember that my folds can be grabbed, or creases can be grabbed with my direction. Hit the A key, please. I'm gonna go here and click. Shift, click, hover over top of this line segment right here, and click. There we go. 1, 2, 3 line segments that I've just grabbed, okay? We're good there? Did everyone get that okay? This is like your die 101, right? Remember we did this for when we did the Kool-Aid Jammer box. I know that was a long time ago, but in essence, exactly what we're gonna do here. Command C, Command F. Amazing. What you've done now in essence all is you've created your crease. Notice they are highlighted. What I'd like you to do is grab this blue dot, click, drag up, and you now have your crease ready to rock. Nice and easy, yeah? Let's do this. I'm gonna go in. We have our center, right? So let's go in, grab our pen tool, okay? And we can just go in and you should be able to find center right on the money here, okay? It should tell you centered, and we can go in and just click, click. And it should go in, make sure that you are touching, right? Like so. And how easy is that, right? Nice, simple crease. Make sure you are on the crease layer. Oops, right? Go up, there we go. Hey, that's cool. This is exactly what we need. So that's it. That's it, man. So we'll go in. What do we make our creases? Maybe we'll make our creases nice light blue, maybe. I know our cuts were in magenta as a spot. Don't really have to worry too much about it. We're gonna just go in and do this like so. Maybe I'll make it 0.5 hairline. That's kind of nice. It's not too intrusive for the stroke. Now, let's have a look. We're not quite there. We've got our creases. Beautiful. Now, artwork is here as our base, right? I don't need artwork on my tabs. These are glue tabs, right? But I want artwork here. I'm gonna do a real soft shadow to make it look like it's on a plate, right? So what we can do here, all keep that in your artwork, okay? And what we'll do is, let's do this. Grab all of it and move all of this up to cuts, okay? There you go. So all of it's there on cuts, okay? You can then grab it, and then what I want you to do is hit Option, just with the base selected, Option, click, drag. You could have done it the other way around, of course. The only thing with that is you'd get rid of the tabs for your artwork because they're not necessary. So if we just have a look at this quickly, there's our artwork. Do this with me. You should have artwork just that. Good. You should have your cuts that look like that. And you should have your creases that look like that. Did we follow along okay? Now, if I hide my artwork and my creases, you can now at this time grab this and unite it. Do that, and what you should have is this like that. And this is our overall cut. Now remember, I need to duplicate this though. So we don't want it to cut right here. That's why we have a crease right here, right? So it's gonna crease right there. Perfect. So now what we can do let's do this. We can take this whole piece, right? Grab it all. Good, you got it? We can go here, option, option. So select on all, option, click and drag over, make an exact duplicate, and then reflect. Amazing. So we'll go here, and there you go. Now, this is exactly what we need. We don't need two folds, of course, so we can get rid of one, but what we can do is just butt this up, right? Snap, and hopefully it snaps for you. If it doesn't, we're gonna get really damn close. There we go. So it almost disappears. Keep in mind, we do have two of these lines. Get rid of one, don't need two of them. And there you go, okay? And now, grab these two pieces, and you're ready? We don't want that to cut. We want that to be united there. So hold on to your butts, unite, and then have a look. Now I united it, and notice I must have been off by like ever so. It was not overlapping. It was literally touching. So you need to be really aware. I'm going to go into isolation mode. All see that? And we can go into isolation mode literally by double clicking. We know that, right? Double clicking. So let me get out of here for a sec. So if it doesn't unite for you, instead of ungrouping everything right here you don't need to ungroup and do it. You can literally click, click, isolation mode. Yes. Command Y, zoom right in, Command K, 0.001. Move over with your arrow key, left. That's all you need to do, and you can then unite it. Cool? You can select and unite now. That's what we need right there, okay? Now, again, let's just have a look here. Oops, by accident, after uniting it, we did lose a little bit here. Remember, our creases need to be in line and touching here, okay? So move that down. Oops, I'm in isolation mode. There we go. Command Y. So I'm gonna move that down, okay? We want it, oop, don't do that. Come on, man. Come on, man. There we go, right? So we need that touching. And because I did that ever so slight adjustment, it's okay. We got that. It'll be beautiful. Sound good? That is our dial for our design, okay? Or for our, for that anyway. Let's go and get some artwork on here. Oh shit, seriously? Oh, I didn't take my artwork with it? Amazing. And these are the joys of die creation, right? So clearly I didn't have that. That's okay, don't even care. Let's do this. Let's get this done up. Maybe you did better than I did. I'll do a gradient right here, yeah. Now I'm on my artwork all. I do not need a stroke. Get rid of that, okay? Not only that, let's try this together. And you've done this, I'm sure, many times before. Path, offset path. Give that a go. I'm at 0.07. If you want to give that a go, that's amazing. That will give me a nice little bleed like so. Yes? I can hit OK. And in theory, I can actually get rid of that right now, and you'll be okay. Now, because this is the artwork though, I may wait because I do want to create that duplicate over here. So good job, Mitch, right? Just make sure your artwork goes over like that, right? There we go, that's better. So that it snaps in, right? And then we can grab these two and then unite it and see what happens. And there you go, that's better. So I kind of just did a I cheated, right? I grabbed that later after the fact, and now it's good, right? So that's our artwork. As mentioned, I have a gradient on there. So let's go in, fill. Oh, you can just do something like this. Yeah, that was nice. Very simple, right? Just enough that it's showing that there's a plate on there, right? I like it. Now, that's my artwork. Let's try that one more time. Select on the artwork overall, like so. Got it? Object, path, offset, 0.07, and hit OK. Amazing. So now what you have essentially done is add bleed to it, as you know, right? How awesome is that, right? And then I'm gonna go here, let's make this stroke magenta so we can call it out. You can, of course, have made that into a swatch as, right, spot color, call it out. For now, not too concerned with it. You guys, it's all good. Holy heckin' Hannah. And there we go, all. We've got our stand ready to rock and roll. I think that's pretty good. Command Shift H. Have you guys done that before? That's kind of nice. Command Shift H allows you to see the artboard like overall without showing the artboard. Just kind of, yeah. Anyway, Command Shift H, a little trick. Okay, cool. So let's do this. Artboard and artboard and artboard. Good. Let's get this centered, yeah? I've got my artwork, it's expanded. Now, make sure you don't keep duplicate copies. I don't need this copy, I'm gonna get rid of it, okay? And in this case, it works out really well, depending on how complex your die is and design is, right? We'll just determine, you know, how easy it is to just expand and offset your path, right? So that being said, we've got something like this. Let's do this together. Command R, right? Make sure we unlock our guide. So that is what? Command Option semicolon or View Guides Unlock. Good. We did this quite a bit. I'm gonna go here and just find the center of the artboard. Nice. And that's all I need. I don't care about up and down so much, more so as left and right. And now this should be bang on. Notice, oopsie, I didn't lock my guide down, did I? And that's one thing that can get you. So do that again, center your guide, try this, Command Option semicolon, that should lock it down. Cool, that's a beauty guide. If that's a beauty short key, it'll save you from going up and doing guides lock all the time. Command Option semicolon, maybe you do that already, I don't know. Okay, so there you go. Now it's on, bang, perfect. That looks beauty, right? So this is great if we're doing double-sided, right, for a package. And you can literally call this out as front, or yeah, or I guess this would be, right? In this case, I don't have to worry too much about it, but it will have double side, inside, outside. It's like left and right side. This is kind of like side one, side two. I don't know, right? All we have to do here though, all click, drag, copy. Amazing. Because this is asymmetrical, I do not need to flip it. If this has any difference to left and right, remember, we rotate, we flip, 90 degrees, right? And we'll get there in a sec with the other one. This is it all. We've got our die done. I can get rid of the donut. Don't need that for now. Let's save this. Would be a good idea, right? I went in here, just known as nibblers. This is my supplied. I might put one in here called working. Stand for Nona AI file. Amazing. Good, right? Now we can get organized. We got our AI file. It's in working. Good, good, good. Happy, happy. Let's get this saved out. We know that we need SVGs, right? And this is side 2, of course, for the stand. Good. So we got both sides and artboards. We've got to take a step back. Check out art. Awesome. Creases or cuts. Awesome. And we've got our creases. Awesome. Everything's ready to rock. All that's it. That's our essence. That's our creating dies. They all basically work the same aside from the panels and angles and all that fun stuff. That's a real fun joy to do, isn't it? And hopefully we're having fun with it. I know it's fun. Maybe, I don't know. Depends who you talk to. Check this out. You can actually save as SVG without hiding your artwork. And maybe you knew that just through experimentation. or maybe not. I'm gonna go here all and do this with me, Command-Shift-S. I'm not even gonna hide my artwork, okay? I'm gonna keep it on. And I'm gonna go here, this is my die line. Stand for Nona. I might just call this out as die. Cool, that's awful. Go here, SVG. Use artboards. I don't need to use all, I just need one. It's in theory only gonna grab the one anyway. And I'm gonna hit save. Good, use default. Remember to use artboard. Now the artwork is so dead simple, it's really just a gradient in this regard. I do need to hide this time, okay? Not only that, because I have left and right side, I will need this artwork so that when I fold one of the pieces, I can see it and it'll be, the gradient will be on both. Remember I mentioned this as well. And if you miss this, enlarge. And I found even 102, even by not enlarging it, with this, I found it's not big enough. It won't fit properly on my die. So don't miss this part if you can remember it. I'm not gonna deduct marks, but it just ensures that all of any cutaways and creases and everything, it'll be right on the money, okay? 102%. I don't know why Fantastic Fold doesn't fix this. That's something we can all scream at them in the beta version. Say, hey, fix it. Okay, we've enlarged it 98%. We're gonna export. Export as PNG artboards. All, yes? Now instead of working, I'm gonna go into my artwork, stand for Nona, artwork. And in this case, it's freaking gradient left and right. Export, 150 is fine for now. Using it for mock-up purposes, and that will do just fine. We're good, all. You ready? Let's get into Fantastic Fold. We'll go over the process a few times together, and that way kind of like, you know, go back, change gears so we don't have to continually just work in Illustrator. I like to, did I mention I love this program? So let's go in. So we'll go Fantastic Fold. Okay, remember we're gonna accept cookies. Now, fingers crossed, right? Moment of truth. Some of us are, right? Not so much, that's okay. Die lines, so go into your folder, please. Navigate to it. Die lines, stand for Nona. Good, and I'm gonna hit open. And there you go, we got our die line, woohoo, no issues. Crease is good, good, good. And I'm gonna hit import, no problems found. Nice. Exterior and interior art. Now, I didn't name these. I know that there's two. So I'm gonna just do side one, side two. Awesome, actually, that's cool. It took the name of the artboard. Oh, I didn't even notice that, it's cool. Now, because it's 102, it should fit just absolutely beautifully. Awesome. Check it out all. Right click on your mouse. And now we've been in here, hopefully, and we're playing around and we're loving it. And you're like, Mitch, no, it's the opposite of love. Oh yeah, love-hate relationship maybe. So what I'm gonna do is, this is my stand, right? And I have my glue tabs here. What I'm gonna do this with me with the crease on, that one. Go here, click, shift, click. Let's make this at 90 and have a look, okay? Oh, look at that, cool. And then let's go here and click and shift click, and let's make that minus 90. Cool. So there you go. We've got those, right? That's where my thing's gonna fit or lie. And it's looking pretty good, right? Do this with me. Let's grab there and make it 180, right? Because we know it needs to fold into itself. Hey, cool. So now we've got something taking shape here, right? I've got that and I've got that. Now these tabs are actually going the same direction. Oopsie, that's okay. Do this with me. Either way, go to either side, this side, that side, don't matter. Okay, click, and I want you to drag one of them out. Check it out. Instantly I have a stand. How cool, right? And something like that actually works really well. Now I have an extra tab, don't I? And it's right here. And I could, of course, do something like that if you want to utilize it. Or in theory, I probably could have got away with not doing a fourth tab, but what the hell? We'll give it some stability, okay? You may want to even take it here and see about this. Now that's moving that one. Okay, let's see if we can't get a hold of the other one. I wants to grab both. All right, that's okay. That'll work for us anyway. I'm trying to get oh, let's go here. Try this one. Notice that you can grab it. It just, you need to do some finesse. Oh, there we go. Cool. So I want it to be a trifecta, right? Hey, that's cool. Now we're getting there, because now I can make it so it's more of a triangle. I'm looking at stability and functionality, right? I want this to be extremely sturdy. Okay, it's fairly high up, so meaning off the ground. I mean, it's not extremely high up, but a little bit. All right. And sorry. So something like that looks great. Can you get maybe somewhere like that? Hopefully. And if you're like, dude, I've been out, sorry. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take that and create it or save it. Still not happy with this. I want to get into here is where I want to get. It doesn't seem to want to grab for me. Is it working? Yeah, sure. What the hell? Go with that. Okay. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to export this as a model. You'll notice it kind of goes all wacky, and the reason being is that we're kind of using this program in a little bit, maybe a way that it didn't expect it to be used in, which is great. I love it. We're pushing the boundaries, as it were. I'm going to save the file. I'm not going to open that up in Dimension just yet, okay? Did we all get that okay? We got kind of a cool little thing. Actually, what I should do is let's go in and get it. Look at this. Make it Kurgit. See what happens. Ooh, isn't that nice? Maybe this is a little much. I don't know that I go cardboard with that. Maybe I'll go really heavy card though. And then I might just save that again so that I get some stability. There we go. Oh shit, it opened up. All right, sure, open up Dimension. For anyone who doesn't have that, don't worry about it. Just save it as a GLB file for now. This will open up. And it'll look something like that. And we can come back to this in a second, okay? Just minimize it, or I might just close that down and don't save it because I've got a copy of it. So let's go here. I'm going to minimize everything for a sec. Let's go into our folder. And I've got this. I'm going to create a new folder and call it Dimension. So we got artwork, die lines, Dimension, amazing. And that's where I'm going to find this GLB file. And the latest one is that one. So I'm going to put that in there and call it stand. Nice. Just so we have it, right? We'll come back to that later. Good. That's cool. Now, what's next, all? What's next? What's next? Let's do the, well, maybe we'll take a short break. Are we all still in? Oh, there's 8 of us. It's all good. So I might pause that and then come back. Okay.